stuff, Deadpool 3 and Secret Wars, update, major X-Men cameos, reveal. Let's see what the cosmic winner to say about this and check this out.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and today there is a lot of Deadpool 3 news that I am really excited to talk about. A lot of people are super excited for Deadpool 3. Deadpool is finally going to be in the MCU. We know it's going to be an action-packed, fun, and funny movie, and Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, has confirmed recently that yes, it is going to be rated R. So this is going to be the typical Deadpool that we know and love. However, he is now playing in the sandbox that is the MCU. So he'll be able to interact with all of the characters that we know and love. And what's really great about Deadpool 3 is that he's going to be interacting with both universes from Marvel, the Fox universe and the MCU. And it's looking like Deadpool 3 is actually going to be a lot more important than we thought it would be. This movie is shaping up to be more than just a joyride between buddies, Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, in which that alone would have been enough to make an epic movie. Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine interacting with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool would have been enough alone to probably make this one of the biggest Marvel movies ever. But to add on top of it, they are bringing more actors back, and they're having Deadpool 3 be a pretty important movie moving forward to the multiverse saga storyline. Recently, it has been reported by The Wrap that Deadpool 3 is actually going to be the last movie of Phase 5, leading us right into Phase 6, which is when the multiverse is truly going to start falling apart, and it looks like Deadpool is going to play a big role in why it's falling apart. He won't be the sole reason, but he is definitely going to be a contributor. Now, bringing back Hugh Jackman's Wolverine might cause an incursion or two, but also some other characters that are known and loved are coming back, and it looks like the actors who play those characters are seemingly confirming that they are indeed returning. So, of course, we're going to break that down, but the great news is that they aren't just returning for Deadpool 3, but also for Secret Wars as well. Now, some really great and refreshing news to start off with is that it looks like, despite all of the recent talk about delays coming from Marvel Studios, it looks like Deadpool might actually be moved up. We've had a recent report from the insider account Film Odyssey stating that the film might be moved up, and the other day we got a report from the Hollywood Reporter stating that Deadpool 3 is going to begin filming this spring in London. So it looks like things are about to get underway with Deadpool 3, and we shouldn't be expecting any delays. Now, Deadpool 3 was originally supposed to be in Phase 6 of the MCU, but according to The Wrap, like I mentioned, they say it will end Phase 5. And right now, Deadpool 3 is currently set to release on November 8th of 2024. So great news there. It doesn't look like Deadpool 3 is going to be getting delayed. And it looks like there's a pretty good reason for that. We know Deadpool is going to play a big role in the MCU, bringing in a lot of multiversal aspects to the MCU like we have never seen before. It looks like Deadpool might be causing a lot of incursions. And this movie is going to lead right up to the Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. And there's something that you need to know about these two Avengers movies that are very important. Based off of what we know about these two movies, there's going to be a big difference between the two of them, and that is mainly revolved around the multiverse. The Kang Dynasty won't be so much about the multiverse, but at the end, it's truly going to open it up and show us that there are many different Kang variants and that Kang can truly travel the multiverse. Then, in Avengers Secret Wars, that's when everything is pretty much going to go down in the multiverse, and we're going to see a lot of different teams, not just in our universe, but in other universes as well. But we know we're going to have multiversal adventures before then, and it looks like Deadpool is going to be our first true adventure. Deadpool is going to be traveling through the multiverse, going to many different universes, and bringing these characters to the MCU. And two of these characters are going to be Patrick Stewart's Professor Xavier and Ian McKellen's Magneto. Now, there's been rumors about this for a while, and of course Patrick Stewart recently reprised his role as Professor Xavier in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but Patrick Stewart has recently come out and talked about his return and the return of Ian McKellen. In a recent interview for Star Trek Picard with E.T., Patrick Stewart talked a little bit about Charles Xavier. He said, "Charles Xavier? Well, I am looking to borrow his wheelchair if we're to do much more Star Trek, where standing up is becoming a bit of a problem." And Patrick Stewart right now is 82 years old, but he continues to say, "I can't say about what Charles's future might possibly hold," teasing them just a little bit. But when asked about what Sir Ian McKellen thought about Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Professor Xavier in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, this is what he had to say. Actually, it went very well. He did say something like, "Hey, I would have done this. Yes, that's true. But we're not done, Sir Ian and myself. And then he paused for a second, and then he said, we got plans." So Patrick Stewart is severely hinting that him and Sir Ian McKellen are going to be returning to reprise their roles as Professor X and Magneto. Now, this is coming right after we got all these reports from the insiders stating that they are going to be returning in Deadpool 3 and then again in Secret Wars. In fact, when Patrick Stewart said this in the interview, of course, everybody started reporting that he was hinting at returning. And replying to a tweet by The Direct stating that Patrick Stewart has teased Ian McKellen's return as Magneto, the insider account My Time to Shine Hello tweeted Deadpool 3 and Secret Wars. And My Time to Shine Hello has an incredible track record when it comes to scoops. So it does look like they are returning for Deadpool 3, which means that somewhere along the way in Deadpool and Wolverine's journey, they're going to visit a universe of their fellow X-Men. Well, Wolverine's fellow X-Men. This is no doubt going to be amazing, but this is also, no doubt, going to cause some incursions probably. Deadpool going around and going into other different universes, dragging characters out of those universes, bringing them into other universes, well, that's what causes incursions, especially if you take two very powerful and influential people from universes like Magneto and Professor Xavier. If you take Professor Xavier out of one universe, you are taking away the leader of the X-Men. Plus, not to mention one of the main people who stops Magneto. Then again, if you take Magneto out of a universe, that is drastically going to change it as well. But if they are taken from the same universe, then all of a sudden the leader of the X-Men and the leader of the Brotherhood of Mutants are both gone. And who knows what the other members of their teams will do once they're gone. Now, right now, we're not entirely sure how Deadpool is going to get all of these different characters into the MCU, or if they are even actually going to end up in the MCU at the end of Deadpool 3. Since they're going to be in Secret Wars, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll end up in the main universe in the MCU. They could be visiting other universes, and that's where we could see them again. It is also worth noting that it has been rumored that Hugh Jackman, of course, will also be in Secret Wars. So either Deadpool is going to throw them all in a car or a time travel device and put them all in the MCU, or we're going to revisit the universes that Deadpool might have broken in Avengers Secret Wars. But like I mentioned, the Kang Dynasty, at the end of it, is pretty much going to be Kang winning. The Avengers will most likely realize that Kang isn't just one single villain to defeat. They have to defeat him in many different universes. That's what Secret Wars is going to be about. But in between the two films, it looks like the Avengers and the other heroes are going to have to put together a multiversal team. And this could be where all of these other characters that Deadpool is going to interact with come into play. Deadpool will be in the MCU and he can tell the other heroes, hey, I know some other heroes who could join the fight. I also know some villains who might want to join the fight as well. Because villains do want to beat the good guys, but villains also want to beat other villains because they want to be in control and not have somebody else in control. However it happens, the future is super exciting and Deadpool 3 is going to be a very important and super fun movie. So go ahead and let me know all of your thoughts about this in the comments down below, and of course if you have any theories, put those in the comments as well. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest MCU news. For live updates, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Subscribe, like this video, have a great day, and see you guys. Bye.